However, today we're going to make a video to inform you about the setup process of a flagship router from TP Link, which we believe will be very helpful for you. In this video, we'll look at how to set up this router with your internet connection, how to use the basic settings effectively, and how to optimize the router for maximum performance through updates. Right now, you're seeing the router's settings page on screen. This is the user interface, or what we often call the control panel. From here, we can tweak all kinds of router settings. To get into this page, you'll need the IP address that's usually found on a sticker on the back of your router. So right after you log in, you'll land on the status page. It's where you see all the basic info about your router. Now, if your router's already updated, nothing special will show up. But if it's not, you'll probably get a pop-up asking you to update it. You can ignore it, or hit accept and let it update. I'm skipping it this time because I'm filming a tutorial, but for you, I'd definitely recommend updating to keep things running smoothly. Right at the top of the status page, you'll see your router's model number. Just under that, there's a network map icon. Click on it, and you'll see a few more icons like Internet, which shows if you're connected, then a router icon that says Mesh Device, and finally a client icon that shows which devices are connected. It's a quick and easy way to check everything at a glance. If you click on the Internet icon, you'll see all the key info about your connection, like what kind of connection it is, whether it's currently connected, the MAC address, your Internet IP, and how long your device has been online. Once you click on the router icon, you'll see all kinds of info about the router, like its name, IP address, LAN address, IPv6 info, and everything wireless. Scroll down a bit, and you'll find the guest network section. You'll see signals for 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and even 6 GHz. Each one has an on-off switch, so you can easily enable or disable them. A little further down is the IoT network section. Then you've got the Performance tab, where you can see CPU load and memory usage in real time. And at the very bottom, you'll find Internet status. It shows your WAN and LAN speeds, and even highlights which LAN ports are connected, so you can quickly tell what's plugged in. Right here, there's a section called Mesh. This is where you can see all the mesh devices in your network. You'll be able to check which ones are connected and what other devices are linked to them. Super handy if you want to manage or troubleshoot your mesh system. Up next, there's a client icon. This is where you can see all the devices that are connected to your router. It shows exactly which device is on which signal, like 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz, and lets you manage each one separately. Super useful if you want to keep track of everything on your network. Internet settings. The drop-down menu displays several connection types. Currently, PPPoE is selected. Available options. Dynamic IP automatically gets an IP address from your ISP. Static IP requires you to manually enter an IP address. PPPoE requires a username and password. Commonly used for broadband connections. L2TP, a VPN-based connection that typically needs a username, password, and server address. PPTP, another VPN connection type, less secure than L2TP. When selecting PPPoE, L2TP, or PPTP, the system will prompt you to enter the username and password provided by your ISP. Wireless settings configuration. Now we are looking at the wireless settings section of the router. TWT, target wake time. At the top, you'll see the option for TWT. You can enable this feature to help improve power efficiency for connected devices, especially useful for battery-powered devices. Smart Connect. Below that is Smart Connect. Enabling this will allow the router to automatically manage your wireless bands, 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and 6 GHz, and assign the best one to each connected device, ensuring optimal performance. Wi-Fi customization. From this section, you can fully customize your Wi-Fi settings. You can select which frequency bands, 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, 6 GHz, you want to enable or disable. For example, if you don't need the 2.4 GHz band, you can turn it off. Or, if you want all bands active at once, you can keep them all enabled. You can also change your Wi-Fi network name, SSID, and update your Wi-Fi password as needed. Guest network configuration. If you want to offer internet access to guests visiting your home, you can enable the guest network feature. You can choose which frequency bands, 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, or 6 GHz, you want to activate for guests, based on your preference. You also have the option to set a separate password for the guest network. Additionally, you can customize the guest network name, SSID, for easy identification. The guest network keeps your main network secure while still allowing visitors to connect to the internet. Home Shield is TP Link's built-in security suite found in many of their routers, including Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7 models. It provides enhanced network protection, parental controls, and real-time security monitoring. Network security. Real-time threat detection monitors your network for suspicious activity and alerts you to potential security threats like malware, intrusions, or unauthorized devices. Device security scan scans connected devices, like phones, laptops, smart TVs, for security vulnerabilities. Security report provides a summary of network health and threat history over time. Parental controls. Content filtering block websites based on categories, e.g., adult content, gaming, social media. Time limits set internet time limits for individual devices, great for kids' screen time. Bedtime and custom schedules automatically disable internet access for selected devices during specific hours, like bedtime or homework time. Usage insights monitor how much time each device spends online and what type of content they access. Quality of service, QoS. Prioritize bandwidth for specific devices or activities, e.g., gaming, video streaming, or video calls. Ensures smoother and faster performance for high-priority tasks. So now let's take a look at the advanced settings. Right at the top, we can see the network status option. From here, we'll be able to view all essential network information, including details about the connection with your ISP, Internet Service Provider. You can also check the status of your local area network, LAN, IPTV, and startup information. Additionally, you'll be able to see the status of the DHCP server and dynamic DNS, DDNS, from this section. You can also configure your internet connection from within the Internet Settings section under Advanced Settings. This section provides more detailed and flexible options compared to the basic setup. Here, you can fine-tune your internet configuration with greater precision, allowing for better optimization based on your specific network requirements. If you're an advanced user or need more control over your internet settings, this is the recommended place to do it. Local Area Network section. From here you can change the LAN IP address, adjust the router's internal IP range to fit your home or office network scheme, enable link aggregation, combine two Ethernet ports to increase bandwidth or provide redundancy, customize flow control and other advanced options. Fine-tune traffic management features to balance speed and stability across your wired devices. These tools let you tailor the LAN settings for better performance and easier network management. IPTV VLAN configuration. These settings are commonly used when configuring a router to support VoIP, Voice over IP, phones, IPTV, Internet Protocol Television, services. Optimized multicast traffic management. You are now viewing the DHCP server section, where you can configure your local network's IP settings. From here, you can define an IP address range and assign or change IP addresses as needed. Further down, there's an option called Address Reservation. This allows you to assign a fixed IP address to specific devices on your local network, such as a network-attached storage, NAS, desktop PC, or mobile device, based on their MAC addresses. Additionally, you can easily view the list of connected devices, client list, on your network from this interface. The next option is called Dynamic DNS. Here, you'll find 3 DNS services you can use to set up DNS records. If you have a domain, you can connect it here so your domain will always work even if your internet IP address changes. In the routing section of your TP Link router, you can control how internet traffic moves between different networks. You'll mostly see something called static routing. This lets you tell the router, if someone wants to reach this specific network, send the traffic this way. It's useful if you have 2 different home networks. A separate guest network? Or want to link to another router or office setup? For most regular users, you don't need to change anything here. It's for special setups or advanced network configurations. TP Link ID is an account you create with TP Link that lets you control your router or other TP Link devices, like Deco, Tarpo, or Casa Smart devices, remotely through the internet. What you can do with it? Manage your router from anywhere using the TP Link Tether or TP Link Deco app. Get access to cloud features, like remote device management, parental controls, guest network settings. Link multiple TP Link devices to one account. Think of it like having your home network in your pocket even when you're away. BE19000 is a Wi-Fi 7 Triband router, which means it gives you 3 wireless bands. 2.4 GHz, good for long range, slower speed. 5 GHz, fast speed, medium range. 6 GHz, super fast speed, shorter range, only for Wi-Fi 6E7 devices. In wireless settings, you can change Wi-Fi name, SSID, for each band. Set or update Wi-Fi password. Enable Smart Connect, combines all 3 bands into one network name. The router auto-picks the best band for your device. Hide SSID if you want the Wi-Fi name to be hidden. Adjust Wi-Fi mode, e.g., Wi-Fi 6 only, Wi-Fi 7 only, or mixed. Set channel and bandwidth, useful for avoiding interference. Other advanced options. TWT, target wake time, improves battery life of connected devices. BSS coloring, helps reduce signal interference with nearby routers. OFDMA MU-MIMO, for better performance with many devices. Beamforming, focuses the signal toward connected devices. The USB port on your TP Link router lets you plug in a USB drive, pen drive or external hard drive, or even a printer, and share it with everyone on your home network. What you can do. File sharing, network storage. Share movies, music, photos, and documents with all devices on your network. Access files from your phone, PC, or tablet using a local IP like //192.168.0.1. Media server. Stream media, videos, music, directly from the USB drive to smart TVs or media players that support DLNA. FTP server. Access your USB files remotely, from outside your home, using FTP. Printer sharing. Plug in a USB printer to share it across the network on supported models. Port forwarding, virtual server in TP Link. Use case, host a service, e.g., game server, IP camera, web server, on a device in your network. How it works. You assign a specific external port, e.g., 8080, to forward traffic to a local IP and internal port. Example. Public, 203.0.113.1:8080 internal, 192.168.0.100:80. Security note, only open the ports you really need. Port triggering. Use case, for apps games that use random or multiple ports, e.g., FTP, IRC, some games. How it works. When an app triggers an outgoing port, like 6667, the router automatically opens a related incoming port, like 113. Ports close after a timeout period. Benefit, safer than static forwarding because the ports only open when needed. UPnP, Universal Plug and Play. Use case, for apps like Skype, Xbox Live, BitTorrent, or Plex that need to open ports without your help. How it works. Devices ask the router to open-close ports on demand. No manual configuration needed. Risk, if malware is on your network, it could request ports too, so disable UPnP if you don't use it. DMZ, Demilitarized Zone. Use case, troubleshooting connectivity issues or hosting a device that needs full internet access, e.g., game console, server. How it works. All unsolicited traffic from the internet is forwarded to one specific internal device. That device is exposed, bypassing firewall protections. Warning, it's not recommended long-term unless you know what you're doing. It's like saying, send all unknown internet traffic to this device. TP Link Home Shield is a built-in security and parental control system that comes with many TP Link routers like the Archer AX series, Deco mesh systems, and the latest BE series Wi-Fi 7 routers. It's designed to protect your network, help you manage devices, and keep your family's online experience safer and smoother. Firewall acts as a barrier between your local network and the internet. Filters incoming and outgoing traffic based on security rules. Protects from unauthorized access, DOS attacks, and other threats. Access control. You can create rules to allow or block devices by their MAC addresses. Useful for restricting network access to only trusted devices. Often used for parental control or guest network security. IP and MAC binding. Binds a device's MAC address to a specific IP address. Prevents IP spoofing when a device pretends to have a different IP. Ensures stable communication and improves network security. ALG, Application Layer Gateway. A firewall component that inspects and manages certain protocols like FTP, SIP, PPTP, etc. Helps these protocols traverse NAT and firewall restrictions smoothly. Essential for VoIP calls, VPNs, and FTP servers. Device isolation. Separates devices connected on the same Wi-Fi network. Prevents them from seeing or communicating with each other. Commonly used in guest networks to protect your main devices. This router comes equipped with a powerful and highly useful feature, the VPN client. It allows you to connect to a variety of VPN services securely as a client. Moreover, the router includes a VPN server functionality, enabling you to set up and run popular VPN servers directly on the device. This feature lets you remotely access your home network securely from anywhere in the world. Supported VPN protocols include OpenVPN, PPTP, L2TP IPsec, and WireGuard, all of which can be easily configured and used on this router. Additionally, the connection settings provide detailed information about the number of users currently connected to your VPN server, giving you clear visibility and control over your network's VPN activity. If your ISP supports IPv6, enabling it on your TP Link router unlocks the newest Internet protocol with a larger address space and often lower latency. Below is a concise setup guide that applies to most modern TP Link Archer, Deco, and BE series routers. Just below this section of the router settings, you will find the MAC address clone option. Sometimes, ISPs lock, bind, the Internet connection to a specific MAC address. So, when you install a new router, you often have to request the ISP to update the MAC address. However, using this feature, you can copy the MAC address from your previous router and apply it here. This way, you don't need to contact your ISP again. Your new router will function as if it has the old MAC address. A little further down, you'll see the Firewall Rules section. From here you can create custom rules to control inbound and outbound traffic. The page even includes a few example templates to help you get started. I'll cover these firewall settings in detail in a separate, dedicated video. Today's tutorial is already getting quite long. TP Link routers, especially models in the TP Link Deco and Archer series, offer smart life integration with voice assistants like Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. Here's a complete overview of how they work together. The EasyMesh option on TP Link routers allows you to seamlessly expand your Wi-Fi coverage by connecting multiple TP Link EasyMesh compatible devices into one unified mesh network without needing to stay within a single product line, like Deco. At the very bottom, we can see a tab named System, which includes several important options. Firmware update. Through this option, you can update the router's firmware or system setup panel software if a new version becomes available. Backup and restore. This option allows you to back up all your router's settings. If needed, you can later restore them from the backup. Administration. Here you can manage all administration-related access settings, such as changing your login username and password for the router. System log. This section provides detailed logs related to the router's usage and system activities. You can also save these logs for future reference. Diagnostics. With this tool, you can diagnose your network and router. If any issues are found, you can identify and fix them using this option. Date and time. This allows you to set or adjust the router's date and time. Usually, the router syncs automatically with the internet, but if needed, you can manually change the time zone or region from here. Reboot. You can reboot the router remotely using this option after making changes. This eliminates the need to physically unplug the device. LED control. This setting allows you to control the router's LED lights. For example, using the day-night mode, you can disable LED lights at night for minimal disturbance. Operation mode. Two major modes are available here. Wireless router mode. Access point mode. You can switch between these modes based on your networking needs. About. At the very bottom, there is an About section, where you can view general information about your router.